Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, sweetie.
Do you want to know how I spent all of our money in January?
I'd like to know how you spent all our money in January.
Well, you've got the information in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
So, what was our biggest expense?
Biggest expense was flights. We spent $1,678 in flights in January.
So, those flights included our fabulous flight to South Dakota.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but a lot of that was booked on points. So, the majority of that was just to round up my points. I needed an extra 5,000 in order to purchase my flight to Rapid City. You had enough points, so I paid $100 for that, and the remainder of that was flying back to Portugal from St. Louis on our way back to Europe.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And then our second biggest expense was accommodations for $1,164.
$1,164.
Mm-hmm.
We spent 17 nights in hotels,
Mm-hmm.
so that's actually really good. We spent a total of 5 nights in Hyatts, and we spent a total of 12 nights in IHGs,
Mm-hmm.
which is all underneath my name.
Mm-hmm.
So I have 12 qualifying nights for IHG towards our lounge access,
Mm-hmm.
and 5 towards our 60 Hyatt nights we need. So
Okay.
that's pretty good. I think that's actually 17 divided by our 1,100 divided by 17. That's well under $100, probably closer to $70 a night. So that's pretty good.
Yep. 1,164 divided by 17. We spent $68.52 per night.
Okay, so that's not bad. We stayed at some really nice hotels too,
Mm-hmm.
especially the Crown Plaza in outside of Lisbon. That was really nice for 8 nights. What's our next category?
Okay, restaurants. We spent $585 in restaurants.
A lot of that was because we were in the States
Mm-hmm.
for the beginning of the year until January 22nd was when we left. So the majority of the money we spent was in the United States eating out.
Yeah, and we
So
were with
that's not
family
bad.
and friends, so a lot of it was we didn't have to buy food at certain times and points. We
And
went by
also, we
ourselves.
really don't have any in the way of grocery bills for that
Mm-hmm.
time period either. What's next?
Car rental and fuel was $498.
So we ended up driving back to Illinois from Rapid City, South Dakota, because we weren't sure how long the process was going to take in order to get our residency in South Dakota.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, it took like 5 minutes, so it was super fast and easy. But because I didn't have enough points, or neither one of us had enough points in order to book the flight back, and the flights back from Rapid City to St. Louis, because it's not a direct flight, you'd have to go through Dallas or Denver, was well over $400 each.
Each, 800
And,
bucks.
and we were already renting a car in Rapid City, so in order just to drive that car even to a different location was only an extra $100.
Mm-hmm.
So it's $100 plus the gas we spent driving back, which is why that's so high. Is because I think we spent $300 just alone on the rental cost,
Mm-hmm.
and then the rest of it was fuel.
Then we had $406 in general spending.
And that is from.
And this includes Tim's driver's license and medical visit in Portugal.
That was 80 euros.
83 euros for medical and government permissions. Some ice cream, some nails, and my haircut. And then paying for one lounge in Philly because I had lounge access, but she didn't.
So he had lounge access with Centurion with the Platinum card, the Amex Platinum card. When we tried to use our Priority Pass there were literally no lounges available at all in Philly, which was really disappointing, which is why we ended up going to the Centurion Lounge. We found the same to be true in Dallas Fort Worth. There was only one lounge that would take the Priority Pass, and it was at a terminal that we didn't need to go to, but because we had like a 2-hour window, we went ahead and went to that terminal. Priority Pass in the United States was extremely disappointing because we found that it was very disappointed in Philadelphia, Dallas Fort Worth, and St. Louis. All three places really had nothing to offer.
And then the move to South Dakota, so South Dakota paperwork cost us $60.
That was for the new licenses there that we got and residency cards.
And then in America, you get your nails also for $41.
It was like 6 weeks in they had to get done.
Now there's just incidental with light bulbs for my dad and some other little things for family members.
Okay.
So that was about it.
All right. And that was general?
And that was general. Now we could go back here somewhere.
That one.
Okay, and then after that was rent in Avero, which every month.
D7 visa, we pay $300 towards the lease that we have with our daughter so that we can maintain our residency there and qualify for the D7 visa.
Then health insurance was $260.
And that is for health insurance for the two of us in Portugal. So we do pay that. That's total. So it's not bad. It actually covers a lot. So we're thrilled with the Portugal health insurance.
Okay, life insurance for $210.
Yes, because I had to take out life insurance on you.
Mm-hmm.
And you have some for me.
And then cell phone for $183.
We keep both the T-Mobile line for our calls back home, and we have a Vodafone lines that we have for Portugal. Both of them work really well. I think T-Mobile charges us 25 cents a minute when we call back home, or if somebody were to call us, it's 25 cents a minute. But we get better cellular service with the Vodafone, so that's why we have both of them.
Ubers were $63.
Yes, we had a few Uber rides in there. So
sightseeing was $24.
We did go to Mount Rushmore. That's where we spent that money at. And the Uber was spent on the taxi from the Lisbon airport to the hotel and then back again when we flew out.
Because that's really okay. Downtown, to train station, downtown for nails, to the laundromat, and then to the hotel for Lisbon. So those are the two longer trips. So that's why. Let's see here. Then we had laundry for $14.71.
We did it once because when we came back, we'd already done our laundry at your dad's house before we left, so we only needed to do it one time at the end of January.
Then drinks were $11.45.
Woohoo! We drank a lot. $11.45.
$11.45.
We didn't drink a lot.
Yeah, no. And then groceries were $188.
Okay, so we did spend a little bit of money on groceries.
At Dad's and other places, we bought some groceries.
I think we got a few things when we were in Portugal as well.
Probably did. Okay, and that's it.
And what's our total spend?
Okay, so the total is for February?
For January, go down farther.
Go down farther. Oh, okay. So January of 25 is 5,600, and I lost it. $5,685.39.
So we were over.
We went over.
Seems to be a broken record with us.
Yeah, by $685.
A lot of that was due to the fact that we went to Rapid City to get the South Dakota residency. We hadn't planned on that initially. We did spend the money on the rental car that we would not have spent had we not gone. Plus, we would not have spent the money on at least 6 of the hotel nights that we spent it on. So I would say that it was basically due to the fact that we had that unplanned visit to South Dakota, just so that we could change our residency so that we could not have the taxes anymore in California. We don't own any property anymore in California, so we don't need to be California residents. And we really don't need to be paying whatever they want us to pay.
Okay.
Anything else?
That looks like that's it. Anything else you want to mention?
That's all I want to talk about for the budget for January. We're into February now, so we'll do a roundup for February. If you got any questions, let us know. But this is how much we're spending. Again, a lot of it has to do with the fact that we are not only trying to travel full-time, but also trying to obtain our citizenship in Portugal so that we can get our EU passport. So we do have to be in Portugal for 8 months out of the year based on the requirements, and that's why we've got that extra $300 a month we spent in rent so that we have a place there that is in our daughter's name and our name. Even though we're not physically at that apartment, we have to be physically in Portugal. So there are some extra expenses that if you're going to be a full-time nomad, you wouldn't necessarily have those, such as the health insurance for Portugal. You might substitute that with a different type of health insurance, and you probably wouldn't have that extra $300 in rent that we pay. So that's all. Thanks for watching.
Please like and subscribe.
Thanks so much.